Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name's Deshaun, and today I am conflicted. I loved the Mulan trailer. Came out yesterday, loved it. Immediately stopped everything, dropped, and watched it. I also kind of heard rumors that Disney only released that Black Widow trailer because they were going to release the Mulan trailer. So they're like, we don't want to really release, them too close, so we're going to just release the Black Widow trailer now. So then we have two trailers, I think Disney's being smart about this. They want to have, because now they have two trailers to put in front of, Star Wars. They have Black Widow and they have Mulan. This was probably the best trailer of the week. I love the Black Widow trailer, and I enjoyed the hell out of the Togo trailer and the James Bond trailer. I'm not a huge James Bond guy, so I probably won't review that, because I don't know if I'm going to see it or not. I haven't seen a James Bond movie since Casino Royale. I just haven't really been into, I haven't been really in that space. Maybe I'll watch them and then be like, okay, never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was like, because when Casino Royale and stuff came out, I was too young, so I can't really get into it. But Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies. I think I've talked about this before. I love Mulan because she's my favorite Disney female protagonist. Because all the other protagonists, for the most part, Disney has kind of shifted that now. You got Elsa, who has superpowers. You got Moana, who's out there doing shit. You got Tangled, where it's a reinterpretation, and she's out there doing shit. You got the princess. Disney has kind of done a decent job, done a really good job of, getting away from the damsels in distresses. But at that time, when I first saw the movie, all I had ever seen were damsel in distresses. Belle was, she wasn't quite a damsel, but she still was a damsel. So, I had never seen it. And watching Mulan was the first time I had ever seen a female lead who was, not only is she willing to get in the muck with the men, she can fight. She's a warrior. She's a badass. In fact, she might be the best warrior in her whole army. And, it was the first time I ever seen that. And, back then, it wasn't called SJW. It was just called badass. To me, it was just badass. I was just like, this is an amazing story about this woman who, who went to fight for her honor, fight for her honor of her family, fight for her country. And I'm just like, that just sounds amazing to me. And I love the movie. It has my all-time favorite song, Be a Man. Be a Man. If I ever hear it, I'm either humming it, I'm either singing it in my head, or I am singing it. I walk down the road because a lot of times I like to go for walks, and sometimes I'll just have on my playlist, all the songs I listen to. Be a Man is in there, and when it kicks in, it kicks me in the ass. I love Be a Man. And I'm conflicted because I know for a fact now, it's not, new news, but it is, for some, the songs aren't going to be in this. The songs are going to be in this, but they're not going to be sung by people. They're going to be instrumental. So I'm pretty sure you're going to hear the Be a Man, while they're training, you're going to hear the instrumental Be a Man, but just take out the singing. So you're still going to hear the instrumentals, but it's just not going to be the song. So I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'm still going to enjoy that. But this movie kind of brings up a topic. Because yesterday, all people were talking shit about basically all the other Disney live action movies. And people go, and I kind of get conflicted with people who do this thing where they go, oh, Disney should have been doing this. They should have been doing this. I'm like, bruh. All the complaints people were having about Beauty and the Beast, about, Lion King and Aladdin, about, they're just shot for shot. When they do that, they never bring up the bank account. And to me, I like to take business perspectives on things. Because I noticed that as a fandom, a lot of people just take the fandom idea of things. You wonder, why can't they just finish the Snyder Cut and just shove it out? Because that's a lot of money. And there's a lot of money, and there's no guarantee they're going to even get it back. You wonder why Marvel doesn't do this and this because they average out to $1 billion a film. Why would they do that? And when it comes to the Disney movies, and people keep asking this stupid question. It's a stupid question. I don't know what people keep asking. They're like, well, I wish all their movies were like this. See, the thing about Mulan, which a lot of people don't know, I didn't know. Mulan, when it first was released, was not a very popular movie. In fact, I believe it was a bomb. Not a bomb, but it wasn't like Beauty and the Beast. It didn't make as much money as Beauty and the Beast. In fact, Mulan and Emperor's New Groove bombed. I didn't know that. I love those movies, so I'm just thinking, oh, well, I love them, so I guess everyone else must have loved them. I'm like, no, those movies bombed. So, technically speaking, they have more freedom to screw with Mulan. And they kind of had to. The reason that Mulan's not a shot-for-shot remake is, first of all, Mulan is based off of an actual Chinese folk tale. So it's based off of an actual folk tale. Second of all, Mulan did not go over in China very well. When Mulan was released, believe it or not, the Chinese were completely offended by that movie. That movie did not go well over in China. And, you know, it just didn't. To the point that even with this fantastic trailer, if you go look at the Mulan trailer, you'll see a shit ton more dislikes. Like, the Mulan trailer has more dislikes than the Black Widow trailer, and the Black Widow trailer came out 3 weeks ago. No, not 3 weeks ago. Black Widow trailer came out like 4 days ago. Like 3 days ago. And it has more dislikes. So, take for that as you will. But yeah, the Mulan trailer movie did not actually go over well with Asians. So, Disney has no choice but to change it. They're not changing it for you. They're not changing it because they don't want to make a shot for shot, because they want to change it up. Because the thing is, Disney really only listens to money. Beauty and the Beast made $1 billion. Aladdin made $1 billion. Lion King made $1 billion. Why would we stop doing that? And that's the thing I hate when people get into that, because I'm like, I'm waiting for you guys to get around to the fact that all of those movies that you're complaining about made over $1 billion, so why would they do that? And like, someone would go, well, in the long term, well, fuck the long term. We ain't worried about the long term right now. We're worried about the here and the now. That's what you get slipping on, making about the long term. But anywho, I do think this is going to be a movie that everyone can agree on. It's visually stunning. The actress who's playing Mulan is very good. The actor who's playing her father, I've seen him in a billion things. He's very good. You got amazing Asian talent in this. Honestly, I think this movie is going to be basically the tester for what they're going to do with Shang-Chi. Because if this movie hits, we're going to be like, well, Shang-Chi's going to do fucking great. If this did this good, imagine a Marvel movie doing this. So, like, I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm looking forward to this. I loved it. The music, the score was great. The visuals are great. They're doing something different, too. They're changing up a lot of stuff. First of all, if you remember the main villain of Mulan, I always forget his name. But if you remember the main villain, he had a hawk. And there was just a hawk in the movie. But the hawk is a witch in the trailer. Like, they changed that up. Like, she's still a hawk. She becomes a hawk. And she rides him and she's on his shoulder, and she perches, and just like in the original Mulan, but it's a witch as well. Shifu, not Shifu, was it Shifu? Eddie Murphy's little dragon, I think it was Shifu, isn't gonna be there. That was one of the big things that a lot of the Asians were offended to. And by the way, if you're gonna bitch and moan in my comment section about Disney shouldn't even worry about fuck that, dude. China is the second largest film profiting market on the planet. You get that Chinese money. You wonder why Venom made as much money as it did? China. You wonder why you wonder why all those Transformers movies made $1 billion? China. So, no. You aren't going to offend them. You're going to do whatever it takes not to offend them. And I think this movie is going to do that. Granted, it makes Black Panther seem even greater, because Black Panther barely made anything in China and still made over $1 billion. But anywho, that is my thoughts on the Mulan trailer. I thought it was a great trailer. It was even better than the first trailer, which I enjoyed. I'm looking forward to this movie. I think this is going to finally be the Disney live-action remake that everyone can agree on. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to that. I think this is going to be... It might not be a perfect movie, but I do think this is going to be the one that everyone can agree on, that makes sense. It makes sense to be live-action remade. I mean, remember when I was hearing about it, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Mulan makes sense. Mulan could be an epic, like the way that it's formed. So, you know, Treasure Planet could be a great remake as well. Obviously, Atlantis could be a great remake. I don't know about the Emperor's New Groove. Not quite sure about that one, but, you know, maybe. But there are some Disney movies that are obviously just primed for live-action adaptations, and this one is definitely one of them. So thank you for joining me in the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.